I never meant to put it on. I was just helping. My name is Liam Harper, 27, junior copywriter at a boutique ad agency in Seattle's Belltown. I write taglines for artisanal coffee and sustainable sneakers. I wear plaid flannel, drink hazy IPAs, play left wing in a rec soccer league every Sunday. I have a girlfriend, Jess, who calls me sweet but predictable. I have a mom who still sends care packages of socks. I have a life that fits neatly into a 600 square foot studio apartment with exposed brick and a view of the Space Needle. That Tuesday, I was at my best friend Maya's Capitol Hill walk-up, helping her pack for a last-minute styling gig in New York. Maya's a chaos magnet, fashion stylist, 28, always late, always fabulous. Her bedroom looked like a Vogue editorial exploded, garment racks sagging under sequins, showboxes teetering like Jenga, makeup palettes open like painter's trays. "Lee, grab the navy blazer from the back," she shouted from the bathroom, curling iron hissing like a snake. I pushed past silk and satin, my calloused fingers snagging on something soft. A wig. Long, honey-blonde waves, real human hair, the kind that costs more than my rent. It slipped off the mannequin head and pooled in my lap like liquid sunlight. I should have hung it back up. Instead, I held it to the light. Maya burst in, half-dressed, phone wedged between ear and shoulder. "Flight's delayed, thank God." "Ooh, you found the gazelle wig." Client went feral for it on the shoot. She grinned, eyes sparkling with mischief. "Try it on. For laughs." I laughed. Hard pass. But she was already behind me, clipping it on before I could dodge. The hair fell past my shoulders, cool, heavy, alive. She spun me to the full-length mirror propped against her closet. I froze. The face staring back wasn't mine. It was her. Softened jawline. Fuller lips. Eyes suddenly wider, blur, framed by blonde strands. Maya squealed. "Holy shit, Lee. You're hot." I meant to laugh it off. Instead, I whispered, "Whoa." She saw the look. The real one. Not the bro-wise smirk I usually wear. "Hold on." She vanished, returned with a makeup bag the size of a briefcase. "Just a little. For fun." I should have stopped her. But I didn't. Foundation blurred the 5 o'clock shadow I usually let grow. Concealer hid the faint scar on my chin from a childhood bike crash. Eyeliner winged out like a dare. Mascara made my lashes brush the wig. Lipstick, rosewood, turned my mouth into a secret invitation. Maya stepped back, hands on hips. "Meet Lila." I turned. The wig swished. My heart slammed against my ribs like it wanted out. Lila smiled back, shy, curious, radiant. I touched my cheek. The foundation was cool, foreign, perfect. Inside, a voice screamed, "Take it off. This is wrong. You're a guy." But another voice, softer, older, said, "Stay. Just for a minute." Maya's phone buzzed, Uber outside. She hugged me, perfume clouding around us. "Keep it. The wig, the makeup. Experiment. No one has to know." She winked. "Your secret's safe with me." Then she was gone. The apartment fell silent. Just me. The mirror. Lila. I meant to remove it. I sat on Maya's bed instead. The wig stayed on until 2:13 a.m. I took selfies, deleted them immediately. I practiced her voice, higher, breathy, like wind chimes. I walked in her heels, borrowed black suede pumps, 4 inches, wobbling like a newborn foal. Every step felt like falling and flying at once. At 3:07 a.m., I finally peeled it off. The wig hit the floor like a dead thing. My real face looked wrong. Pale. Flat. Empty. I stuffed everything into Maya's spare duffel, heart racing like I'd stolen something priceless. This was a one-time thing, I told myself, zipping the bag. Never again. But my hands shook as I locked her away. Wednesday morning, I woke with a hangover of wrongness. The duffel sat in my closet like a ticking bomb. I wore my usual uniform, gray flannel, dark jeans, scuffed Vans, but the wig's weight lingered on my scalp like a phantom limb. Every mirror I passed, elevator, bathroom, office window, showed Liam, but I searched for Lila. At my desk, I couldn't focus. Words blurred into static. My boss, Kara, sharp bob, sharper tongue, leaned over my cubicle. Earth to Liam. Client revisions by noon, or we lose the account. I nodded, fingers hovering over the keyboard.
but my mind was elsewhere.
Under my jeans, I'd worn pantyhose. Sheer, nude, pilfered from Maya's drawer. The secret slide against my skin made me dizzy, like I'd chugged espresso on an empty stomach. Lunch break, I locked myself in the single-stall bathroom on the 3rd floor.
Pulled out my phone with trembling fingers.
Googled, men who like women's clothes.
Results flooded. Cross-dressing. Transgender. Fetish. Gender fluid.
Autogynephilia. My hands shook so badly I nearly dropped the phone. Which one am I? Do I need help? Am I broken?
Afternoon pitch meeting.
I presented taglines for a new oat milk campaign, voice steady, slides crisp. But inside, I was Lila in a blazer, heels clicking across the conference room, blonde hair swinging. My coworker Tom, bro why, always smells like Axe, joked. Liam, you seem glowy. New skincare routine. The room chuckled.
I force a smile. If only they knew I contoured my cheekbones in the men's room at 8:12 a.m.
After work, I ghosted Jess. Texted, buried in revisions. Rain check. Instead, I went home. Locked the door.
Pulled out the duffel like a junkie with a fix.
The wig went on first, clips snapping into place. Then makeup. Foundation, still shaky, but better. Concealer under eyes, hiding the sleepless night. Eyeliner, winged, slightly uneven. Mascara, clumped at first, fixed with a spoolie. Lipstick, rosewood again, because it felt like her color.
I raided my own closet for anything soft.
An oversized cream sweater that hung off one shoulder. Black leggings, stolen from Jess's forgotten laundry. Socks with tiny bows, Maya's, obviously.
I walked laps around my apartment.
The swish of fabric against nylon. The click of borrowed heels on hardwood. The way my hips moved without thinking, smaller steps, softer sway.
I recorded a voice memo on my phone. Hi, I'm Lila.
I like coffee with oat milk, rainy days, and Taylor Swift's old albums.
Playback. Her voice. My voice.
Tears stung my eyes, smudging the eyeliner.
Who am I when no one's watching?
Jess called at 9:47 p.m.
I let it ring. Guilt gnawed like a rat in my chest. But so did need. I needed to know how far this went. Thursday night, I went full mad scientist.
Ordered online with next-day delivery. Silicone breast forms, C-cup. Realistic weight, $129. Lace panties, black, high-cut, $22. Curling iron, 1-inch barrel, $45. Nail polish, ballet slipper pink, $9. Makeup brushes, set of 10, $35. Packages arrived discreetly in brown boxes.
I became a lab rat in my own apartment.
Thursday, 7:12 p.m.
Shaved legs in the shower.
The razor dragged slow, deliberate, over calves, knees, thighs. Skin emerged smooth, sensitive, alien. Lotion, Maya's leftover vanilla, shea butter, thick and fragrant. The scent clung like a memory I hadn't lived yet.
8:03 p.m.
Breast forms in a padded bra, also Maya's. Weight pulled at my chest, shifted my center of gravity. I practiced.
Walking, smaller steps.
Sitting, knees together, ankles crossed. Gesturing, hands softer, wrists relaxed. Voice, higher, breathy, ending sentences up like questions. 9:27 p.m.
Makeup evolved.
Contouring, sharpened cheekbones with a cool tone taupe. Highlight, inner corners of eyes, Cupid's bow. False lashes, first pair glued crooked, second pair perfect. Lip gloss, strawberry, tasted like middle school. I cooked dinner as Lila, mushroom risotto, white wine. The apron tied in a bow at the back. Every movement felt choreographed, like I'd done this forever.
Friday, 6 a.m. Cold and sick. Texted Kara. Food poisoning. Out today. Sorry.
She replied. Feel better.
Revisions by Monday.
I spent the day in Lila's skin. Curled the wig into beach waves. YouTube tutorial, 47 minutes. Painted nails, blew on them, watching polish dry like meditation.
Tried outfits.
Little black dress, too sexy, heart raced. Floral midi, sweet, demure, twirled in it. High-waist jeans plus tucked blouse, casual Lila, wearable. I took photos.
Kept them.
Named a private album her on a hidden folder.
10:14 p.m.
Sat on the balcony in the floral midi, legs crossed, wine glass in manicured hand.
City lights twinkled below. Lila stared at the stars. Internal dialogue. You can't live like this.
Split in two. But Liam feels borrowed now. Like a costume I outgrew. Fear and excitement braided tight.
What if someone saw? What if Jess saw? What if I wanted her to?
What if this wasn't a phase?
Saturday, 11 a.m.
Maya returned from New York, jet-lagged but buzzing. I met her at Analog Coffee, duffel slung over my shoulder like contraband. Lila needs air, I said, voice barely above a whisper.
She grinned so wide I saw molars.
Finally.
We planned.
Afternoon in Capitol Hill, artsy, queer-friendly, safe.
Casual look.
High-waist jeans, women's cut, hugged differently. Tucked white blouse, borrowed, ruffled collar. Denim jacket, mine, oversized. Flats, black ballet, no heel yet.
Subtle makeup. Tinted moisturizer. Mascara. Brow gel. Lip tint, mauve moment.
Wig in a low ponytail, blonde strands escaping. The walk to her car felt like a tightrope over a canyon. Every passerby a potential judge.
But no one looked twice. A barista at Analog smiled.
Love your nails. My voice, her voice, thanks.
Drugstore find. Heart soared like a kite in a storm.
1:30 p.m.
Bookstore on Pike. I browsed poetry as Lila. Picked up Milk and Honey.
A queer teen at the counter said, "That book wrecked me."
I smiled. Same. He sees Lila. Not Liam.
3 p.m.
Coffee shop window seat. Ordered a lavender oat latte.
A guy at the next table glanced over, smiled.
I smiled back. He thinks I'm a woman. And I don't hate it.
Maya watched, proud. You're glowing. Like radioactive. I was. Anxiety simmered, but confidence grew with each interaction.
Each compliment. Each moment I wasn't clocked.
8 p.m.
Drag show at the Cuff.
Maya's stylist friends backstage. I watched queens transform.
Tucking. Contouring. Padding.
Wigs pinned like crowns. One queen, Venus Envy, 6 feet in heels, voice like honey, saw me. First time out, honey. I nodded, throat tight.
She adjusted my ponytail. Own it.
The world's bigger than your closet. I didn't perform, but I watched.
Felt the bass in my chest. Saw myself on that stage someday. Maybe. Sunday, 2:14 p.m. Jess came over unannounced.
I was mid-transformation. Wig on. Makeup half done, one eye winged, one bare. Breast forms in. Black lace panties.
No top. Doorbell rang. Panic. I froze.
She had a key.
The door opened. Liam?
I brought soup. Thought you were sick.
She stopped. Saw Lila.
Half finished, raw, vulnerable. Silence stretched like a wire about to snap. Her eyes filled with tears. Who?
I couldn't speak.
The wig felt suddenly heavy, like wet wool. Makeup itched. Breast forms pulled.
She stepped closer.
Touched the wig gently, like it might bite. You're beautiful.
Her voice broke.
But why didn't you tell me?
Tears came. Mine. Hers. I told her everything. The dare. The mirror. The need. How Lila wasn't a costume. How Lila was me.
Jess sat on the couch, soup forgotten.
Listened. Cried.
Held my shaking hands.
Then.
I love you.
All of you. But I need time. This is a lot. She left.
The door closed softly, like a sigh.
I collapsed on the floor.
Lila in the mirror, mascara streaked down one cheek.
You lost her. But also. You told the truth. For the first time. Monday, 8 a.m. I wore androgynous to work. Slim black jeans. Tucked white shirt.
Subtle liner, smudged for natural.
Clear nail polish. Kara noticed.
New look.
I smiled.
Just evolving. Jess texted at noon.
I'm not ready. But I don't want to lose you.
Therapy?
Together? I said yes. That night, I blended.
Liam's flannel over Lila's camisole. Wig optional.
Makeup light, just mascara and gloss. I started a journal. Day 1 is both. I am not broken. I am becoming.
Maya introduced me to a support group in Capitol Hill.
I met
Alex, crossdresser, married, kids.
Sam, non-binary, they I them, poet.
Jade, trans woman, 6 months on HRT.
Stories like mine. Different endings. Same fear.
Same courage.
I kept the wig.
Kept the heels.
But also kept soccer cleats, IPAs, writing taglines, my mom's care packages. Liam and Lila weren't enemies. They were siblings. Two sides of the same coin.
3 years later, I'm still becoming. Some days Liam, flannel, soccer, taglines. Some days Lila, curls, heels, red lipstick. Most days, both, skinny jeans, subtle liner, confidence.
Jess and I didn't work out.
But we're friends. She sees me, all of me. She says, you were always this brave. You just needed the wig to believe it. If you're watching, hiding your own wig, your own lipstick, your own her, or him, or them, know this.
The mirror lies until you tell it the truth. Behind her eyes, I found me. Behind yours, you'll find you. Step out. Even if it's just 1 foot.
The world is wider than the closet.
I'm here.
We're here.
You're not alone. You never were.